As per previous videos I've done beforehand, I continue to emphasize the importance of keeping your costs under control in your restaurant environment. Let's give a typical example. In a typical restaurant, maybe your average main course is $40. 30% food cost is $12. 35% food labor cost, $14. Rent around about 10%, which is $4. Extras, say 15%, which is $6, which leaves you around 10% profit. That's pretty much average in the restaurant industry. But sometimes a high food cost may not be a bad thing. First example is mainly a call working in a five-star hotel. That food cost is very high. In fact, they had plenty of rooms they're making good money from, and their restaurants were more of a service. So it wasn't so important to make good money from the restaurants. But situation for a standalone restaurant, you may be in a situation where you want to have a high food cost for a particular item. For example, high-priced item. Now, I mentioned that the average price we're talking about is $40 a main course. Just say you wanted to have one special dish, lobster or some sort of rare meat or whatever, and it was going to cost you $10 extra per meal. And let's consider everything. The rent's the same, extra cost the same, the labor cost to serve and to prepare that meal is the same. Food cost is higher. So we're charging, instead of charging, say, costing us $12 for the actual meal, which is 30%, let's charge $50 because the cost of that meal, or the food cost for that particular meal, was $10 extra, adding $10 on the cost of the meal and $10 extra on the cost of preparing that meal. So instead of costing us $12, it's costing $22, which is around about 44%, which sounds outrageous, ridiculous, whatever it may be. But the dollar amount is the same. We're still making the same amount of money, all things being equal. So it may be a good idea to maybe introduce a high price item to a set situation. Maybe there is a market for it. Maybe you may introduce some other high price item. If the clients want to pay that sort of money and the quality is decent, they will pay it. So in that situation, that food cost is not a bad thing. But I wouldn't do it to everything. I'd try it out on one or two dishes, see how it works. Your bottom line is the same, just the food cost a bit higher. So as you're saving more on labor percentage-wise and other expenses, you're making up in your food cost. So give it a try maybe. May work for you.